doubt that pregnancy, for any mother, is one of the greatest experiences in her life. Every week, pregnancy adds a new episode in this glorious phase, and your baby develops a little bit and learns new little things. It's amazing that the learning process starts right inside the womb and goes lifelong.
Be emotionally there to be an obstetrician. I deal with high-risk pregnancy. I chat yourself. It's patient comes first, I come later.
A 12-hour day.
Oh, yes. And then my day doesn't end like most other people. So if there's anyone who comes in labor, I'm back here in the night.
Oh, yeah, middle of the night. Most labors somehow seem
Somehow those... Let's not go down that road. But yes, they all decide to deliver in the night. And here I am.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Hello.
Hello?
Is that Dr. Anjali Kumar?
Yeah, tell me.
Madam, remember I had come with my wife to your clinic 5 days ago.
Yeah, tell me, what's the patient's name? Hello? Hello?
Ma'am, she's 2 centimeters, 30% effaced.
Okay, admit her, send all the blood works, put her on a continuous CTG.
Gynecologist, you've got to forget self. You've got to feel for the lady. If she's crying, you've got to be able to cry with her. You've got to be able to laugh with her. You've got to be able to feel for her.
Right.
If you do, that makes you just a successful human being. I love the kick or the adrenaline that comes with just giving birth to a newborn baby, with all its flaws and with all its odd erratic timings. I love my job. But you've really got to feel passionately about your work, and, you know, not I missed out or who missed out on me has actually been my family,
Yes.
my children and my husband.
Yeah.
Because beyond that,
Story behind the birth of her daughter and life as a new mom.
Are you ready to become a parent? Wanting to add a branch to your family tree? Talk to your doctor about pregnancy. Pregnancy may have any of the following unwanted side effects: nausea and vomiting, heartburn, insomnia and snoring, frequent voiding both day and nighttime, shortness of breath, heat intolerance, sensitivity to smells, nosebleeds, sinus congestion, abdominal cramping, back pain, hip pain, leg cramps, varicose veins, constipation, hemorrhoids, skin rashes, stretch marks, itchy skin, acne, skin pigment changes.
Was an amazing feeling, and then everything went bad.
Complication rates, data has shown as high as 30%.
YouTube channel. One of the most annoying pregnancy and postpartum symptoms is hemorrhoids. There is no shame in that game. They are actually super normal, but sometimes uncomfortable to talk about, and let's be honest, they're actually just uncomfortable.
Make things, you know, pop out down there. They were not gonna lie, this is embarrassing. It's an embarrassing subject, but
So what is a hemorrhoid? A hemorrhoid is basically when you have some of the inside of the rectum, the tissue in there, that if you imagine this is the booty hole or the butthole, and some of that tissue bulges out of the butthole. Now, the normal first sign of a hemorrhoid is pain on your butthole, okay, or your anus. So if you're wiping or you're going to the bathroom and it feels like somebody's like stabbing you in your butthole, you might have a hemorrhoid, all right? The other thing that's really common with hemorrhoids is rectal bleeding. And this is important to distinguish for pregnancy because we wanna know, is it coming from your butthole or is it coming from your vagina? If it's coming from your vagina, it might be labor. If you're less than 37 weeks, vaginal bleeding is not normal. You can go to my warning signs of pregnancy video for that. But if you know it's coming from the rectum or from the anus, we want to know, and hopefully it's fresh blood, not old blood, so it would be like actual bleeding. First of all, we're not freaking out, but we want to identify it's from the anus or the butthole, and then is there pain? And it is true that you can actually have a hemorrhoid and have a little bit of rectal bleeding, but it's actually no pain, because hemorrhoids, typically the ones that people complain about, are going to be on the outside of the anus, but they can actually also be on the inside, where there's like a little bubble in there that as the stool passes, it kind of breaks down the tissue and like breaks open a little wound, and then you might see some bleeding as well after you go to the bathroom, okay? The other super common sign of a hemorrhoid is itching. And so that's baby sitting in there that's putting pressure on the rectum. And as you can imagine, as the baby comes down and puts pressure, it can push some of that tissue out your butthole, okay? So that's normal, annoying, but normal. Now in postpartum, most of the time you might have some hemorrhoids in pregnancy, and if you do, I would anticipate them not getting better until after you've had the baby, because even if there's that tissue inside, you go to push your baby out, and all of a sudden while you're pushing, sometimes some hemorrhoids can pop up from pushing, because you imagine you have so much pressure down there, okay?
Terror that I felt was overwhelming. I can feel a lot of pressure, and I was miserable. I'm talking wanting nothing more than to just lay down, to get off my feet, to get off my butt, like not to sit, because the pain was so bad. So fast